Hello, my name is Kayla Myers. Today, I will be presenting on my research poster, The Reinvention of the Health and Fitness Industry During the Coronavirus Pandemic. This was conducted by myself and two of my fellow peers, Michael Brown and Samuel Payne, under the direction and support of our faculty advisor, Dr. Rosny, within Temple University's College of Public Health through our exercise and sports science major. Now, moving on to our poster. All of us are currently living through this pandemic still. Now, we're very familiar with this, but the purpose of our research was to investigate how the coronavirus pandemic specifically impacted the operations of the health and fitness industry. There were a lot of state mandated restrictions and closures of fitness facilities across the country. Now, this resulted in these gyms and fitness facilities either shutting down entirely or coming up with creative solutions to remain open that adhered to the strict safety precautions and our new restrictions as a result of COVID-19. There has been little research in this area. We did conduct a literature review, but our goal of this was to build on the research through our interviews conducted, as well as using a different form of research, the photo voice, which we'll get into a little bit later. As far as our methodology goes, a convenience sample was conducted for 20 encounters across 8 counties throughout Pennsylvania and New Jersey. The time frame was between June 2020 and October 2020, when the pandemic was relatively recent. These were unstructured interviews of gym owners, coaches, and individuals, or 3 different perspectives we have here, based on facility observations and COVID-19 protocols at each respective facility, outdoor area, or at the individual's home. Now, the additional component of this research project was the photo voice. This is a visual research method which we utilize to document and communicate issues of the participants' concerns, whether it be the gym owners, coaches, and individuals. You can see on the screen, we have a few different pictures here that were captured. Some are outdoors, some are at a client's home, some are over Zooms. There are lots of different means, and we use images to capture this. What was different is rather than the individuals or gym owners sending in their pictures, we took these pictures ourselves. We wanted to make sure we were capturing the story rather than what the gym owners, individuals, or trainers wanted us to see. So we really wanted to capture it as accurately as possible with the approval of the individuals at their house or at the gyms. Now, as far as our results go, we did discover that gyms face substantial financial burdens as a result of the COVID-19 restrictions and protocols. There are many different reasons for this. Mandated closures put a financial strain on owners, and this caused many of these fitness centers to permanently close during the period, many filing for bankruptcy. Other fitness centers were creative and found different ways to meet social distancing guidelines with the heightened sanitation requirements, which also resulted in additional financial strain, having to pay for cleaning supplies and additional cleaning services from their staff. As safety concerns increased, we also found that sales of fitness equipment were skyrocketing for low-cost forms of exercise were also rediscovered, and virtual training became extremely popular during this time period. So there was a big shift as towards the type of training rather than a traditional gym setting. We found that clients were shifting towards working out outside, at home, as well as through apps and expensive and inexpensive equipment they could stock up for at home. As far as our discussion, our results demonstrated that there was this increased financial burden on gyms due to several factors, such as limited capacity, increased costs of sanitary precautions, as mentioned previously, and other COVID-19 protocols. There was simply not a large gym capacity due to a lot of the protocols. Meanwhile, physical activity outside of the traditional gym environment has increased dramatically during this time period as individuals rediscovered old forms of exercise such as running, walking, hiking, swimming. There were also an increase in fitness app downloads, and many individuals simply felt uncomfortable or unsafe training in the gym environment. Now, shifting into our conclusion, it is obvious that there was a financial burden on gyms due to several different reasons. However, the unanswered question is whether or not society will return to traditional gym functions following the resolution of the pandemic, or if the functions of the health and fitness industry will forever be changed. Thank you for tuning into my presentation.